We're not arguing for the sake of arguing, we're debating to have a higher level of thinking.
When adversity came, I could have fell apart, but I chose instead to follow my heart. When adversity comes, I will never run, I will adjust, adapt, and overcome. Vision.
Hello, everyone. Welcome all to your one-stop shop for everything empowerment. I am your host, Tariq Williams, Vision of Hope. But not only I am Vision of Hope, but you know what it is. We are Vision of Hope. And this is your one-stop shop for everything mindset, fitness, authenticity, you just being you. So, we got an interesting topic today that we're going to bring to the table and conversate. As you see the title, Ending the Debate. What's more important, motivation or discipline? When it comes to pertaining to getting to your goals, but you know what we do here, it's not only about getting to your goals, it's about obtaining those dreams. So, before we get into the motivation and discipline, let's first talk about this word debate. Something you might see me start doing on a little bit more on my different platforms or what have you. But when we talk about the word debate, it's not about arguing for the sake of arguing. It's about a conversation to evolve the mind, to evolve a higher level of thinking, evolving our overall mindset to increase us in getting better every day, giving us different perspectives to think about. So, this debate on motivation and discipline, as it's been an interesting thing I've been seeing around social media for a little bit now, I'm here to end that debate and give you all the tools that you need to recognize and understand when it comes to what's more important, discipline or motivation. When we talk about motivation, we're talking about what encourages you. We're talking about you want to have the best grades in the world because you want to become a lawyer, an engineer, a doctor. That's what's motivating you, okay? So, when we talk about motivation, is it a bad thing? Absolutely not. There's nothing bad about, for something encouraging you to get to that goal or dream. Nothing wrong with that, right? When we're talking about the word discipline, we're starting to talk about habits, right? We're starting to talk about because I live my lifestyle a certain way, I need to do X, Y, and Z things. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I'm disciplined to do it, and I do my 40 push-ups to warm up my body. I drink my 2 gallons of water every day, and I'm disciplined to that fact. All right? That's cool. And so I'm disciplined to get the grades that I want. So I need to study for X amount of hours a day and need to read Y amount of pages. The reason why I think this debate is interesting is because we need to really understand that it's subjective. And the fact that the debate doesn't completely make the most sense to me because motivation can create discipline. And discipline, those habits, can create motivation. Now, if you've been doing one thing, if you've been waking up at 4 a.m. and going to the gym for 6 days a week your entire life, that discipline, you've committed to that. So now that has started to motivate you, that discipline. So I would debate with others that one creates the other for certain people, and the other creates that for certain people. Okay? So, in a sense, they are interchangeable because one creates the other. So, when we're talking about discipline and motivation and what's important, Let's recognize the connection they have between each other, because they're not necessarily fighting each other, it's subjective. Now, when we're talking about motivation, we're starting to talk about the reason why we do what we do. We're talking about what is your why? All right? And we're talking about what is the why you're doing what you're doing? Because at the end of the day, that is what it comes down to. Now, you need if you just think that motivation is more important, your motivation has to create that discipline. It's just essential, right? So, in a sense, discipline is a great thing. And you create those habits, and that's gonna work for some people, and motivation will work for others. But one thing cool about motivation is the fact that it continuously reminds you what is your why, and I would bring it to what is the foundation of that why that even gets you deeper to that discipline. So recognize that these debates that you'll find on social media between other people, between your friends and family, when you guys have conversations, we're not arguing for the sake of arguing, we're debating to have a higher level of thinking. And so for me, my motivation creates my discipline, right? And so I encourage all of you to figure out if you need discipline to create your motivation and get in those habits. They say that it takes 40 to 66 days or what have you to create a habit. If you start creating habits, not only have you created a habit, you've created motivation. But the motivation that you need to be able to figure out what it is, to figure out what you want to do, at the end of the day, it comes down to what is your why. We're not just doing things or saying things just for the sake of doing them, you know? Like, just being real, if we're playing rock, paper, scissors, I'm motivated to win. Like, that's just what it is. You just, rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Scissors, paper, rock. It's a mindset, okay? And we all have our different things that we enjoy doing, that we like doing, that motivates us, that keeps us disciplined, that keeps us focused. And that's what it's all about. What's going to motivate you? What's going to keep you disciplined? What's going to keep you focused on your dream? So whether it's motivation or whether it's discipline, as long as you're focused on the dream, keep living it. And on that note, thank you so much all for watching, listening. Here's a few more videos. Stay empowered. Have a nice one, everybody. Take care.
When adversity came, I could have fell apart, but I chose instead to follow my heart. When adversity comes, I will never run. I will adjust, adapt, and overcome. Vision.